This is absolutely ridiculous. So what started all this was the bots being banned from the game. So bots would actually teleport and use these shrines, and the shrines were what provided most of our tokens in mass amounts, such as revives, growth tokens, etc. But when the bots were banned, it left all of that grinding to just the players. Bots would produce thousands of these tokens daily, and without them, it's all up to us. We cannot produce nearly as much revives as these bots can. Additionally, the banning of bots has caused massive inflation in artifact creatures such as the Morthorax, Prioria, the Queen Bee creature, and the Gartocus. And if you're wondering, well, what's the deal with the badge creatures inflating? What's happening there? So what is happening there is actually really disappointing to hear. Basically, you would have these players, and these players would be rich and everything, so they would buy like hundreds of these badge creatures and either keep them in their inventory, or unfortunately, they would just delete them and recycle them for tickets. Sounds absolutely insane, but these people got exactly what they intended. They wanted the badge creatures to rise up to an insane amount. And so I assume all of you guys are watching this right now because of the 4-month-long inflation rate that Creatures of Sonaria has just gotten out of. So what exactly happened when February hit? So the moderators of the game had put an auto mod system, which in turn banned almost all of the bots. So after that, not many tokens were out in the market, artifact creatures weren't really out in the market, so that caused all the prices to triple, even quadruple. And as realization set in, people started trying to get as much as they could, including badge creatures. So that was also another factor of the badge creatures raising along with the raising of tokens. Additionally, I would like to speak about the issue of the game's average prices in Trade Realm. So this was one of the many methods the developers used to kind of even out the prices. And while some of these methods, such as to buying and selling things on the stalls, worked, this method was not so much, because the truth is, anybody could change it. In fact, I will show you a clip where I changed the average sale price of a Ferny Elixir from 250 mushrooms to 1 mushroom, all alone, all single-handedly. Just me and a lot of Ferny Elixirs. So, if you look at the average sale price of the Ferny Elixir, you could see it's around 298 shrooms. Now, at the end of this clip, which I will be speeding up, it will be 1 shroom. I will be just rotating them between myself and my alternate count, as you can see here, so I guess I'll speed it up for you. And there you have it, the average is now at 1 shroom. So, there's your proof that anybody could do that, but how do you survive in this economy? I mean, there's so much expense, and it's too hard to play the game and survive with your slots when everything costs so much. Well, actually, I have found a pretty decent method. So, what you're going to do is you are going to get into a small aquatic realm server. You will go to location C6 on the map, and there you will find out that within a few minutes, a Moffin will spawn. Now, these are NPCs, and they resemble kind of a bloop. You will kill the bloop, or the Moffin, as a tier 5 creature, and then what you would do is you would pick up his corpse. As you see, my corpse has around 400 meat on it, which is really good for the shrine. So we're going to take this right next to the Aegeon shrine, gonna put it in the shrine, and then we're going to repeat that. And then we're going to get a reward, which could be a warden artifact or a token of sorts. And that's very useful, because over time, it builds up, and within like a day of doing this, like every half an hour or so, due to the cooldown, you can get yourself a more thorax, Prioria, etc. in just a day's worth. You still get that half an hour in between to chill and do what you want. So it's really good for people who just don't want to AFK and just nest slots all day. It might take a little longer in the long run, but it's much more interesting and joyful to do than just kind of sitting there. It builds up. I mean, hey, within 10 days, you could get up to like 8 to 10 more thorax or Gartocus. That results in around 250 to 300k. I mean, I would take it. So, not only is this economy just absolutely terrible, but I don't think there's any way that we could fix it at this point. So, all I could really say is just try your best to get through it, and if you need more methods, then just look around at other content creators.